Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. It's been about a week since I last played. Fortunately the story hasn't gotten really too complicated yet. However, it did finally give up the ghost after sitting just alt-tabbed and paused for a week, and once I started trying to record, I had a lot of hitching and stuff. This is the first time we've been back to the menu since starting the game. You can see my character is now on screen and he has his guns and his mods and weapons in the background. I was able to enter a new shift code. So like 6.3 to 6.18, it's been 15 days pretty much since a new shift code has come out, which is about right for Gearbox. I'm not 100% sure where this is going to go ahead and turn it to offline mode just to save some frustration, since I'm not going to play with people anyways. I'm not sure where this is going to load. It clearly is going to load where I was, but it's not really where I am. It's back at the beginning, which might be alright in general speak, because we've got things here that certainly we could consider selling, but it's not a large amount of guns, and I really don't want to play menu hero at the beginning of the game.
When you think murder, think Marcus munitions.
We'll just make sure we have all of our bullets and grenades, deal of the day, and just ignore that. So we're kind of in a weird position because we were here, we were sort of looking at this area, and we didn't have a quest to really be in this over area or in this underground area, and the game has pretty consistently punished us for moving to places where we haven't been given a quest, but it also kind of has left us, at least left me, with a weird feeling with the game. Because I keep looking at each one of these maps and thinking that there has to be something more that I'm supposed to do. And maybe it's true. Like, maybe I will get to a point where I have some levels that or some quests that are specifically designed around doing some kind of quest at level 30, level 35, something really higher than where we are. Let's try to get into the groove a little bit here. And I started with a pretty uninteresting gun. Apparently I have changed all my guns relatively recently, because none of these feel familiar. And Cult of the False Idols apparently was in Frostburn Cabin to turn in. Oh yes. We are right now, I'm having to remember what we were supposed to be doing. We're doing quests for this Firehawk cult that started up. There's probably some daily challenges around here, as far as like finding not these, but something like these to set on fire. But I'm working for this guy. And so taking a week off certainly doesn't help for a game like this. Because it's
These
just...
people are weird, but they only seem to hurt themselves and that Scorch guy. Maybe we should just leave them alone.
So we have a gun that we're probably never going to use, or a shield that we're probably never going to use. So we'll take the gun that's more expensive. No cult would be complete without a good old-fashioned voluntary sacrifice. Rewards.
The enkindling is almost upon us, Torch, but the Firehawk spoke to me in a dream and demanded another sacrifice.
No, I didn't.
The burning of her favorite son, the midget known as Matchstick. You must take him to the soaring dragon in the southern shelf and incinerate him within the jaws of the great mechanical beast who dwells there.
So we couldn't open this before.
I want to see the fame!
And we can just pick him up as a person.
More than 100 people for the Firehawk, with nothing more than an incendiary pistol and the strength of his belief.
100 people? Okay, that's impressive. I mean, they were probably just other members of the cult, right? Right?
So now we take Matchstick up to where we're supposed to go. I suppose this game doesn't really have a system. Take Matchstick to the freighter. See, and so I'm thinking they want me to go here, Frostburn Canyon, for this quest, and well, I am here, and they want me to go to Southern Shelf. I guess we'll just do that. Still, the game not good at animating that 3D spin, and that seemed like that worked fine. And frankly, if they had wanted me to walk all the way there, that would have been a rather frustrating experience. We could try to find daily quests and challenges around this area, but I'm not even sure that's worth the effort.
Excellent.
So apparently new skin has been on. There's definitely an obvious action being taken here to make us go through the same content multiple times. I have to remember to continuously open these, and yeah, I'm really running all the way through this again. This is kind of nice in the idea that it is a chance and true opportunity to see how much you've improved. Of course, my level of improvement is heavily focused around the number of golden keys I was given, which is not a realistic amount of it's really not a realistic amount of progress. I have much better weapons than I should, and even at that, you're gonna have a pretty dull experience. It hasn't sped things up. So we've got these level 4 Marauders, we've got these level 2 guys. I should just actually take this opportunity to run towards people and kill them this way. Like, and now we've got somebody named Big Bertha.
Attention, badass.
Where are you? the game is having to grab my attention. And I've got boom again. It seems really weird. Really, really weird that they would just come back up with that. And have us fight the same guys multiple times. That was always the concern, and I guess it is still a concern for Borderlands 3 or Borderlands, whatever you call it, is that they'll try to make it an MMO, a game that would be particularly designed around repetitive actions and grinding through doing the same thing over and over again. Borderlands is slightly different from that. We're still getting the rumbling from the Hyperion drills. I suppose it is also like, I could see some people not really getting that Roland being kidnapped's not a big deal. So yeah, I could definitely see some people not even like focusing on quests right now in some strange attempt to rush to save Roland. The story kind of plays that way if you don't have the Borderlands mentality of just ignore the missions for the most part. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a quest that involves eating that fish or something. I'm trying to think here. I don't believe there's a quicker. I don't think there's a quicker experience here. And I'm level 14. So either I'm higher level than I should be, or this region is just really low. And I imagine this region is kind of low.
Mom always said to me, "You're a piece of eyes and piss it off."
There we go. I don't know what this Mama's Boy quest is, but I'm gonna keep on trying. It seems like some of these enemies have slightly better armor on now. So there's some sort of attempt to make them look stronger. But not really a lot happening here. And it really comes down to, am I getting through experience on average? Is it worth my time to even put this guy in me? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm doing a quest that is centered around killing enemies that are particularly under my level by several points. And I'm only running into like the smallest amount of trouble on rare occasion if there's multiple people shooting at me. 321 and 108, and we're now full of stuff, and we won't even be near a item of any interest for quite a while. Let's see. This one does slag damage. It does more damage. It has bigger issues, but it's not anywhere as expensive as what I have. Let's see. Can we drop any guns that we just know? Alright, so if I just look at the price and drop things that are in the 40s but sub 100, I think we can eliminate quite a bit of that. Let's see. Yeah, just drop a ton of guns on the ground. Move forward. And I think it's probably well.
Hope you've had your shots. I'll patch you up.
I imagined I still have a considerable amount of guns here that I need to get rid of, with actually very little consideration needed. Let's see, level 8. Have a bunch there. See, I can just look at the level requirements, I imagine, and just sell everything that has a ridiculously low level requirement.
Need it. Be careful out there.
And we got tokens, so let's melee damage, increase that, why not? And we don't have any skill points. And should I be keeping this SMG over this SMG that's a gold? I don't think so. And should I be keeping this sniper gun over this sniper gun? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to get more and more into playing menu hero though, and actually looking at guns. You would kind of think that this section was somewhat a save zone, and it sort of was, but as soon as I stepped out of it, my shield is at a very high refresh rate, so while it is getting knocked down, everything's working just fine. Mostly all I'm just doing though is wasting some time. I'd like to be looking at some new content. I'd like to be in some new areas. This is a kind of odd choice of a way to make us go back and do something, because it puts me in this position where I'm starting to feel like maybe this is the halfway point of the game, or at least the main game before all the DLC gets added. Maybe that is the case. That would be a little weird. There we go. come up here and see if this speeds up my progression by much. Not by much. Not really. Assuming nobody jumps out here, maybe I can take the elevator, and I'm not sure how much that's really gonna speed up. There's an opportunity here to shoot barrels and see if that adds anything to our quests. There's definitely a missing system here, though. I guess I can't take this because the switch is still up there. And I'm picking up $2 of pathetically small amounts of money. Let's take that. And hit that. And this is still here. There's still kind of nothing here. Nice little animation of them jumping up to basically nothing. And I try to find the people that are shooting at me, or I can just try to move forward. If this is the halfway point, that wouldn't really surprise me, because it's definitely an unmemorable section, like the mid part of this game. There's still Mordecai and the Gunzerker character from the first game. It's only the slightest of spoilers to say, yes, we know that they're going to show up and they're going to play sort of an important role, but at least somewhat. I don't want to call the floor being broken there. I'm hoping I'm going the right direction too, because that certainly would be embarrassing if it turned out I've wasted all that time coming up here for something that actually isn't even here. Just have to keep on hitting X. Keep on picking up the massive $6. It's for the quests that I'm opening these, not the money, clearly. And speaking of money, I can just sell all of these for quest reasons.
Welcome to my humble shop.
Buy more bullets, which I probably won't need any. And then sell that back.
2 words, my friend. No.
Right. And see, he's not over there. They want me instead to go over here, which I'm not even sure this section was open in the first time we were here. So things have changed maybe a little bit.
These guys really are just sitting around burning one another for giggles. Maybe we don't have to worry about them. That'd be nice.
So we are now going to set Matchstick on a fiery effigy and set him ablaze, I imagine, and this could be like a signal fire that either brings in some giant monster I have to fight, or a large group of people. Like, this really does just look like an execution system.
See it coming! The time is
Get to the incinerator console and give him what he wants, I guess.
Let's see, and which one of these is this is an incinerator gun, right? So I can't shoot him and start him on fire. I have to actually pull this trigger to start him on fire.
I feel your embrace, Firehawk! I love you! I love you so much!
That was kind of weird.
And so we're just ignoring this guy, which I think he has an I think I wasn't shooting with the right gun anyways. So more of the Borderlands mentality. You either love it or you don't. Yep, this is the fire gun. Clearly you see the Firehawk Siren not really caring about whether or not any of these people get hurt. We've got Captain Flint at level 6. He's returned just to give you something to do. I suppose this is a second attempt towards the achievement of not walking on any of these and getting burnt, but I guess since I've already done that, I guess I don't have to worry about that. So let's do the other thing. The fact that the game doesn't give you any concept of like what the local quests are, by default you would have to go in the menu. You're less motivated and less likely to even know what you're supposed to be doing. Like, sure, I can come over here and look at challenges and then sort by not level, but category, and then I would have to come down all the way to anything that said like seashore, I think would be what it was under. Yeah, and I can't even really find it. It should be down here. Frostburn Cavern, for instance. Like Cult of the Vault. We haven't started this. This one's we've already done. This one we've already done. Burning. Find Incinerators, Claters, Clayton's Chronicles. We haven't found all of those. Sanctuary, here we are. We're at the Southern Shelf. Cult of the Vault, we're not doing. Kill Boom Boom and Bam without any players taking a direct shot from Big Bertha. We clearly didn't get that done. And Fireproof. We got that done. So we would have had to have done those. And we kind of would have needed to know how to get there. And known that that's what we wanted to do. And since all of these challenges are just kind of giving you an unimportant boost, it doesn't really make sense to go for it, to try and collect everything. Because eventually it just becomes this obvious waste of time. The guns I've just picked up are almost certainly all bad guns, not worth playing. And there's no way to teleport out of here. Because the boat's not there anymore. And the boat was here, certainly. But it's certainly gone. So let's look at the map and see where the map is pointing us. It's saying go this way. And frankly, that's right, because the fast travel station is even further. So we can jump down here and take no damage, which there's definitely a level of insanity to that. And like, can I really try something here, or am I just gonna die? Guess I'm fine. It's not hurting me. At least it wasn't until then. So if you fall along these edges, I guess this is a potential place in case you just fall off to give you a chance to save yourself. I seriously doubt you're gonna see any signs of the Cult of the Vault over here.
My armor.
Like, that doesn't seem likely. If we were gonna see the signs of the Cult of the Vault, it could be, frankly, anywhere. Any twist and turn, any mountain wall, particularly in this big open area. But they definitely wanted you to come back this direction and do that quest, and I don't think I did it in a insanely out of order way. Like, I don't think I missed an opportunity to do this earlier. Let's see, I imagine. Chance of the Cult of the Vault. Kill some bullymong, since we probably won't run into too many more of those. And if I can just try and jump, I think I'll be fine. There's some awkwardness, certainly, with the way the jumping is going. And see, when I'm crouching down, I can't get under areas they don't want me to be under. So that's a nice evidence of, yes, you don't need to be here. Yep. Not really worth your effort to try to do the Curse of the Vault stuff. Cult of the Vault. Alright. So we go here, and this is going to take us back to Three Horns Divide in a position where we kind of don't want to be either. Like, because it wants us to get to Frostbitten Cavern, and I think I would probably be happier if the game just let me move the fast travel by myself. There's no instant spawning of cars, so there's no cars around here. Let's just come back here. This is not a fast travel station either, so kind of feels like there's not much of a game going on when you're doing this. One of my biggest fears, and in fact I suppose I even had a dream about it, would be that if I were to cover some former content, probably games, since I'm a video game critic, and get so enthralled in the game or have so little to say about it that I'm beyond what I would even argue would be fair use, what I think anybody could legitimately argue as fair use, as far as the content. So, for example of what I'm talking about, if I was just to play this game and just go, yeah, every now and then, and not really try and make at least a comment on how good or bad the section that I'm currently playing as is, I'm not really adding any criticism there, and frankly I'm not really making anything that's mine creatively, and the bigger issue or fear on top of that is to not that would happen, and I recognize that it was happening in the first episode or the first few episodes in which I was doing that, and correct, but if it were to happen where I was halfway through a series, like 30 hours into a 60-hour game, if that were ever to occur, I might have to do the unthinkable, which is to just delete the entire footage and waste my entire time, which is not something I'd ever want to do. Certainly.
Come back anytime.
That'll buy you a couple of seconds, if nothing else. I'll patch you up whenever you need.
So that's what we needed. We're continuing to buy things that we want. Looks like my default car may have changed. And of course it's been a while, so I'm gonna have to think and decide. I don't think I've ever opened that chest back there. Not that a specific chest matters. I doubt there's an achievement because I opened those two things. Gunner seat. Yeah, it seems like when I reset the game that we... There we go, I made it. That's all I needed. Apparently, no, that's the brake. Wow, I was braking through the whole jump and that still worked? That's pretty crazy. Apparently, maybe I was power sliding through it or something. I'm just gonna rush through all of this because who cares? And then we've got to go back this way. We're really not getting very far away from the same area. I'm not sure if there was a better way to play this, or if there was just a better system of taking quests that I could have implemented instead of sticking to the one quest. Although, to be fair, I don't think these guys are closer to my level. It stops becoming realistic to just try and hit these characters.
Why will no one play with me?
Why?
Ow! Ow!
It makes a lot of sense that most players would take just one quest and move on. And the placement of where you can, where you can't fast travel seems to be, at best, kind of randomly placed. At worst, just not really thought out in line with the missions. I wouldn't be surprised if the fast travel stations were in a completely different team than the people who were making missions. And certainly the missions are designed to make you run around, but I almost want a different experience now with Borderlands 2 than I did the first time I played it. And a patch to speed things up might be nice, or just a new game plus to start with, particularly if you have a save file from the first game. It makes less and less sense to have us do that extra running around.
The enkindling approaches.
The what now?
Alright.
It is time for the enkindling, young torch. Time to sacrifice heathens to our blazing mother.
Alright, so the enkindling is approaching, and they want this fire effigy.
Clayton said the enkindling? That could be very bad. Or it could be like a cookout or something. Just keep an open mind about it, you know? These guys aren't so bad.
Like, a lot of running around doing Firehawk's story when it feels like you could have come back and done this later. Let's see.
You have done so well, Torch. Once the enkindling is complete, we shall all receive our reward in the Firehawk's toast.
Here we got a Goliath that I don't know if I really want to mess with a Goliath even. Like, I don't think I'm really getting any experience from fighting these guys, so it seems like I'm probably just wasting my time. And I should just... Let's see, we've got a Goliath over there that I could have irritated. No, it's a raging Goliath. And this Nomad Pyro is not really taking much damage.
My gear!
I imagine most of this is... Most of this is just not even worth picking up or dealing with. And I don't know how a game convinces the player to stop being OCD and collectible in games. That's just never been a way I've played games. It's never really been the way the developers of games wanted it to happen. These fire FSGs definitely needed to be in a different place. They could have been placed, frankly, in the area that is connected to this area where we haven't done anything ever, really. They could have been placed in the South Shore Sea, so then at least there would be more reason to go back to that section. We're just looking. I think we've already done all these. Or I've missed something. Let's see. If I could find a Nomad or Goliath in this section, I might hit his head off. Because this is a pretty nice section to have something like that. Shoot that and see if that blows up. Like, I hear the Goliath, but I don't see where he is.
Punch your skull into your tum-tum!
You see, I don't have to deal with any of these.
Punch your skull into your tum-tum!
Return to me and let the human sacrifice commence!
Okay, that sounds pretty evil. Just head to this enkindling thing. If things get creepy, I'll make an appearance. Be careful.
Crunch with teeth! Quick lips of mud!
You see, I didn't even see this guy. There you go. You go run around Goliath and you decide to upgrade as much as you want. And if you can find enemies to kill, that's fine with me. Seems like the enkindling is not taking place this direction.
Try breathing through crushed blood!
So we're in a weird position. I guess we'll have to figure out how to get here, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. The Goliath is locked on me and just can't see me, or I can't catch up with me.
Get on your goddamn knees!
It's a little aggressive cussing there. Like, I get it. I know this is an M-rated game, but the fun, crazy wackiness is slightly, in my mind, disconnected from just using GD. I'm not super British or anything. I'm just saying that doesn't feel in line with what I felt like Borderlands was trying to do. Am I going the right way? Just ever so wrongly, I guess. Like, we may be going the wrong way via the right way. We ended the last recording up there, and we started going down this direction. The thing here, of course, is that, like, the Goliath is not gonna, any kills the Goliath gets is not gonna count towards kills I'm doing. Just wanna smash some of these in case there's a quest around that. See, we never went this far. Pest control. Getting spider webs on my face is not ideal. It looks like we go down this direction, and this may be
Time for
so. Actually, we have been over here, and we just now know where this area connects to that area. Okay, that's good to know. See, this is just like a Goliath, though. What happened to the other Goliath? I'll take that 4 of iridium. I didn't realize burning psychos could actually burn you. I guess it's in the name. Take some bullets.
As I see the aftermath of the Firehawk's war on the Bloodshots,
I think we've already have this audio recording.
Is everywhere. The Firehawk is a god of justice, a god of vengeance and rage and hate and death and beauty. It watches us from on high and it punishes the wicked. We must pay homage. We must pay homage.
Get on your goddamn knees!
So yeah, we're going through this cave system. I'm just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping it lines up and puts me where I want to be. Otherwise, oops.
New present?
I really don't like where they put this Goliath. We're making progress to killing Goliaths. We have a level 9 Psycho. Probably shouldn't. Two of these. Probably shouldn't be using a shock grenade. Yeah, I think the gun I'm using right now is a fire weapon. That would make all the sense in the world since it keeps setting things on fire. And I'm picking up enough bullets, and I have enough bullets just in general to keep me happy. Seems like there's a bit of a shortcut. I know I need to get over there. I just don't know how to get there. So yeah, that's actually quite a shortcut. But most of these shortcuts only seem to play out or work if you're already at a position where you've walked through most of the map. It doesn't feel like there are any ladders or switches that we're pulling that are unlocking shortcuts that are useful at the beginning of the map. Alright. And over here now. And we want to go over this direction. For this enkindling process. There you go. I'm gonna just let the Goliath run around.
So well. Now, pull that lever and commence the enkindling.
Alright, let's do this.
I don't want to die. These strong.
I'm about to die.
Watch your eyes, killer. I'm coming in. Your goddess has arrived, and she's very disappointed. Vault Hunter, I'll get these civilians back to Sanctuary. In the meantime, smite these bitches.
This cannot be true.
So now I'm gonna kill all these people. So this guy,
I can see the flame.
So I need to kill some cultists. There's like a few over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this Goliath. Borderlands 2, and maybe Borderlands 1 too. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to really think about it and maybe go back and look at some of Borderlands 1. This is a great example of a lack of just timing, in the sense of there was no downtime in between me walking in here and starting that quest, and then the quest just changing in such a way to have me continue killing people that I was, like I imagine many players, already killing a lot of people in this section.
Would-be sacrifices back to Sanctuary. Great job taking care of the cult. I tell you, man, being a god sucks.
How are you?
We owe you our lives, Vault Hunter. Yes! Worship the Vault Hunter! Worship the Vault Hunter!
Whoops. Come on back.
And so the people you rescued are now starting to are saying they're gonna worship you. Which, that makes a lot of sense in this world, because intelligence seems to be at a premium in Pandora. I'm still picking up guns. Let's see. Is that some purple? I almost wonder if I may have left some iridium sitting around. The purple color of the iridium, slightly too similar to the purple color we've seen of other things, of the explosive barrels. Alright, so we are here. The game wants us to go back to Three Horns Divide. Unless there's a quest to achieve that a little bit faster or better, I don't know. Like, I really don't know where this goes. But yeah, I think this way actually goes to the Firehawk's den, which is probably not the right direction to go. So instead, I think I'd be better off running this direction. And frankly, I'd like to be able to just I'd like to be able to lock in where I'm going and just have my character run that direction. I guess there's probably still some reasons why you'd want to do some pest control. Because now would be the ideal time to look at your inventory and play a little menu hero and try to get your inventory sorted. I'd kind of love to see somebody speedrun Borderlands to just to see how much of this game you speed up if you do all the quests. I think you probably would have a moderately boring experience watching somebody just do all the story missions, because I bet that all the story missions are pretty short and sweet. But if you did all the missions in any order, that would add a level of complexity to it that you generally wouldn't expect to see. Let's see, it seems like to me, according to this map, there's something there, but it could be that that's actually above us. And I think we'll just go a little bit over here and we'll have gone full circle. It really has taken us an hour. Look at all these guns. Like, where did all those guns come from? Would guns really just be in the water? That doesn't make sense. Like, it really has taken us an hour to run around, and the reason why a lot of that running around needed to happen was the one mission that specifically took an opportunity to send us outside of this section of the game, of the world, for kind of no reason.
Gonna pick your course, please.
Let's see. Picking up more guns.
Stand back here.
Loot more things. There's not a lot of reason why my progress as far as a quest or a challenge to loot things would be any further along or much further along than a normal player's. Sure, I'm playing thoroughly and that's helping, but for the most part there's a limited number of quests or things to open. These don't spawn randomly. There we go. So the Raging Goliath has to kill a bunch of people. We opened that. Last recording, one assumes that was still done. There's Loot Goliath here.
No one has seen the fire, but we feel its presence everywhere. The Bloodshots, those disgusting marauders who operate out of the old doll dam, mounted raids on the gates of Sanctuary for weeks, until suddenly they stopped. I see scorch marks all around the Bloodshot camps. No human could stop the Bloodshot so completely, so violently, so beautifully. No one but a god could accomplish such a feat.
So this was that spot under the ground. Pretty sure we had already heard that one too. We've got a Raging Super Goliath again.
Ever been strangled with your own intestines?
And nope. He's not even that high. So we'll just kill him. I can't even, like, I can't even get this thing to open. And we are full. So we need to find 2 pieces of junk to just toss. Probably we can just toss those 2 right there. And that's kind of all it. Let's see, we need a way back up. What's the way back up? There's a ladder around here. Here it is. It's extremely ironic. 59, 99, 81, 53. I'm just gonna leave all those guns. Extremely ironic that it's taken us an hour to end where we started in such a exact way that we would actually have started in this place had the game not crashed after being alt-tabbed in for over a week. So we've got 2 things to turn into Sanctuary and the main storyline. So starting next recording, we're gonna probably run back and try to make sure that happens. We have a bunch of these so we can increase maximum health and melee damage. I'm gonna increase melee damage, and let's see, melee damage. I'd like to increase damage in general. Shield capacity certainly is still also an issue. Yeah, so we'll probably do some gold grinding, some gambling, not a ton. I don't really have a lot of reason to decide to open up a shed, any of the golden chests. That's what I meant to say. There you go, let's drop that. Probably look at all of these white ones and just drop them without even looking at them. And just start sorting by color coding. And my only hope is that by walking through here, this section will unveil the last part of the map and to get any challenges that we may have missed done. But challenges are so unimportant. So unimportant. Anyways, we're at level 14. I kind of would want to be at level 20 before I start opening more chests. Because I don't think I'm gonna get a guaranteed better gun until that starts happening. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.